everybody! I thought that we'd start out with some embellishments because I'm going to be making some ATCs and altered memory dex cards, and I love butterflies. So I thought I would show you how I make these chipboard butterflies. This is, you can use any chipboard, but I found these at the shop. They come like this. They're Heidi Swap. So we have these for sale at the store. If you see this, and there's like 11 that come in there. There's like a large, medium, and then smaller butterflies. The backs are white and the front has script on them, so you could use either side. But I like script. I like having lots of texture. So I made some pink, and they're glittery, and I have some seed beads on the pink ones. I'll show you up close. They're very pretty. And I made a tiny guy. And then I made some blue ones that I didn't put seed beads on. I just used some Stickles and some big fat chunky clear glitter on these guys. So I'm going to show you how to make these. It's super, super simple. And then I will show you how to seal them so that none of your glittery goodness comes off later. But it's a two-step process, so don't go ahead. I have some green seed beads, and I was originally going to show you how to make a green one too, but my beads are like super, they're just super difficult to get apart. So I have the blue and the pink apart, but I don't have the green apart. So we're not going to make green. We're just going to make pink and blue like I did in the samples. So we're going to start off with the pink. And we're going to use distress crayons. This one is picked raspberry. And if you haven't used distress crayons, what else could you could use gelatos. You could use well, it's paper. I don't know. I would use one of these mediums where you could smudge it out. So what I'm going to do is come in here and just lay down some color. And this is a wax-based product. So once I've got that down, I'm going to come in with my finger, and I'm just going to blend this out with my finger. Right? So if you get a whole lot on here and you can't get it smudged out really well for whatever reason, you can come in here with a baby wipe and lightly wipe this to get it to a texture that you want. But that's all you're doing. You're coloring it in and then you're blending it out. That's it. Super, super easy. So we'll do one more. We'll do it on this guy. Same color. We're just going to scribble some on in the middle. There's no right or wrong. Then you're going to take your finger and smudge this out. Super easy. So let's do a blue. Let's do two blues because I have two. So we'll do two. This is, let's see, this is Mermaid Lagoon. Gorgeous color. So we'll scribble some of that on. I would only do one at a time. I wouldn't put a whole bunch on and then not do it, especially with the darker colors, because it's gonna sit and you'll never be able to really blend it out really well. You'll be able to blend it out some with a baby wipe or something like that, but even here you can see it stays really dark where you put the most of it, where you put most of it down. So you may not want to do that. As a matter of fact, I would say you don't want to do that. So we'll just scribble some of this on again. And then we'll just smudge this out. Some people don't like white left. I kind of don't have a problem with there being white places on my work. So there's what that one looks like, just smudged out. All right, now comes the fun part. So you'll need to get some Stickles or some kind of glittered glue. So I have two here. I have diamond Stickles, And I picked this up from somebody's D-stash. It's the Stencil Scrapbook Collection Hologram Glitter Glue, which these both look like very similar colors. So you can use a glitter glue that is the same color that you've used. I don't know. I don't know that I would do that. And on the samples, I used clear chunky glitter and clear seed beads. I don't have clear seed beads, so I've got these beads that I have. They're all colored. So we'll see how this works. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a pretty generous amount of Stickles on where we've smudged. So I'm going to come all the way up here to the corner with this stuff. I'm going to kind of bring it out to the middle. But coat this dude with some Stickles. And make sure it's kind of thick. So I don't know if you can, but there's no showing you the thickness of it. Just make sure you put a lot on, okay? Now I'm going to put some, for this one that I make, I'm going to put some seed beads on it. So let's see, I think I'll use these purpley blue ones. And I'm just going to lay these down in the Stickles, right? Kind of near the center. And then just zhuzh them into place where you want them, right? And you're going to want one at the end of the tail here, because I don't want that to be without something on it. Alright, and I'll put another one right there. So they're kind of clustered up in the middle there. Now, I'm going to come in with this very chunky glitter that's clear, but it's thick. It's like fat pieces of glitter. Does that make sense? Fat glitter, yes. We like fat glitter. This is the perfect kind of glitter to use if you make like a magnet or something, and then you can coat the top of it and still see through to what you've made. This is the perfect glitter for that. So now I'm going to come in and just put this chunkier glitter down where the rest of this glue is. And then I'm setting this dude aside, not doing anything else with it. He is done for now. Now we're going to get this other guy, and we're going to do the very same thing. We'll do one additional step with this one, though. I'll show you there's another thing that you can do. So we're going to add a good amount of Stickles. Alright, so this time, let's see, I'll use a different color this time. I'll use these just blue ones. And I try to get them down the tail. I'm trying to get them all over the body portion is what I'm trying to do. My allergies are bothering me today. Ah. And then I'm just going to put some of this chunky glitter where the Stickles are. If you want to do the additional step, once you do this, you can kind of press it down in to make sure that it's in there, but the sealing step will make sure that they seal in there. So at this point, another step you can do is get some Glossy Accents. And wherever you didn't put the Stickles, put some Glossy Accents down. My Glossy Accents is super old and wanting to be super thick. Alright, so now I have Glossy Accents wherever I did not put the Stickles. And mine's really old and thick. This one is anyway. So now I'm just going to put some more chunky glitter over the Glossy Accents. And I'm going to set this dude aside. I'm not going to press it in because I'm going to seal it at the end once they're dry. So once you're done with these, once you've done this step, I would let these sit somewhere where they're not going to get bumped or anything like that for like 24 hours. You know, they'll start setting up before that, but I don't like doing a whole lot of work and having it be bumped and messed up or whatever. So, all right, let's do these pink ones, and I think I'll use this. Oh yeah, same stuff. It's all the same. So we're just gonna put our glitter glue on here. But you really want to coat this guy. You really want to have a thick layer of Stickles on here. And I kind of do these round circular motions just to kind of get it the coverage that I want. And you don't have to use chunky glitter. You can use whatever kind of glitter you want. I just like this chunky glitter. Oh wait, now I want to get my beads. Let's see. I'm going to use these pretty tiny, tiny, tiny little beads for the center of this guy. I didn't have any super tiny little beads in the blue, so, or I would have chose them. Oh, you can run away. These are Dollar Tree beads, by the way, so you don't have to go out and spend a ton of money. I'll show you, hold on a minute, and I'll show you. Zhuzh this back over so it looks symmetrical. It's these Crafter Square. So, super, super affordable. So I've got those tiny little beads. You know, some of the packages have bigger seed beads, some of them have tinier beads. This one had tiny ones, so I used that in the center. And now I'm going to come in with my chunky glitter and kind of go over what my Stickles with this chunky glitter. And now I'm going to call that one good. So let me see if I can, wow, I can definitely get glitter all over me, that's for sure. See how I put that on there? It's just around the outline, and then those seed beads are in the middle. We're going to let this dude dry. I have some crystal effects, but I've tried putting we'll make it work. We're going to make it work because the crystal effects is not working. So on our last pink one, we're going to do exactly the same thing again. We're going to put on our glitter glue thickly. And I try to follow where the darkest shading in my color was. Just go around. Just make sure you don't have any holes. You want an even thick layer of glitter glue. Alright. On this one, maybe I won't put any seed beads on it. I'll just put some glitter. Now I will come in with my super duper thick Glossy Accents. There's not much in here and it's really thick, so I had to do it with both hands. Sorry. Am I missing a hole into? Yes. And I'm getting this one all over me. That's great. Alright, so see how you can't, but right here, I didn't get enough, and I'm not going to be able to because I don't have enough left in this bottle. So I'm just going to take my finger and move this over there. And it will self-level out. So I'm going to get some more of this chunky glitter and just put this over my Glossy Accents, and then I'll finish this other side. So now what you're going to do is let these sit for 24 hours, and then you're going to come back and seal them with Glossy Accents. So you'll just go over your piece with Glossy Accents. So it'll be super shiny, super glittery, and nothing will be coming off. So I'll show you again my little samples. And this is pretty thick chipboard. But you could make your own. You could die cut some of these and then paint them white. And then if you liked the script on them, you could just use a script stamp. Probably what I would use Stays On maybe. Stamp on there for some texture, and then follow the steps and seal it. You'd be fine. So. And you could use this with any kind of die cut or any kind of die cut chipboard, whatever, but just seal it after it's dried for 24 hours, because some of this will still come off after 24 hours if you don't seal it. So you've put a lot of work in. You want to seal it up. So I will talk to you very soon. Bye!